Logan, US Grand Prix has suddenly very much become news about yourself. Let's just talk through the weekend first of all. We knew coming here you'd be doing FP1. Just talk me through that. What was that like? I know you had a job to do, but were you able to kind of soak up some of the atmosphere, or can you not really do that in the car?
To be honest, it was quite difficult, to really absorb the moment. I just felt like once I got strapped in that car, I was so locked into the procedure and just driving the car to the best of my ability. And it was. It's something you look back on, and you're like, whoa, that was cool.
Yeah, I bet we do hear that a lot, that once you're in that car, it's so loud, you've got so much to do. I guess when you get out, you suddenly realize what you've done. But what's the vibe generally been like this week for you, just around Austin and just around everything you've been doing? Because ultimately, you're here wearing the Williams kit, you're here to do a job, but it must be a human thing to think about how cool it all is.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, home Grand Prix, home soil, what a place. I absolutely love it here. I signed for Williams last year here as well, so it's like a one-year anniversary, FP1. It's been hectic. It's been a lot of prep going into this weekend, and I feel like we can be happy with the way it went. Obviously, plenty to improve on, as to be expected, but it was a good start.
We've heard today 2 more of those sessions later in the season, test in Abu Dhabi, and I'm not sure if Josh was actually meant to kind of confirm it when he did, but if things go the right way in Formula 2, that drives yours next year. What was the feeling like when you heard that? I mean, I know it comes with that caveat, but it must have been a pretty cool moment to have been told that the seat's ready and waiting for you there.
No, it is really nice. It's a boost of confidence. But I think in the end of the day, I'm a very realistic person. I know that I have a job to do. I have to go out and finish the job in Abu Dhabi.
Yep.
I wouldn't want to, expect something and then have it taken away. So I'm just focused on making sure I finish the season strong.
Yeah. And you mentioned home soil here in Austin. If you do get the seat next year, you'll have 3 home races. I'm not sure if many drivers can say that. What do you think it's going to be like next year, being an American on the grid? There's been this kind of crazy push for it for a long time. 2015 was the last time. Can you even imagine what that might be like over here?
I think it's hard to really, put it into words. But I know when I landed here in Austin, I was like, wow, driving a Formula 1 car in front of American fans as an American kid whose dream was to make it here. And that's a special moment. And to get that 3 times a year will be pretty awesome. And I mean, Miami's right next to my home, where I was born. So yeah, it's pretty awesome. And hopefully the atmosphere is as good as it always is in America.
I know you're a Dolphins fan as well, so you've got Miami race. The Dolphins were there in force this year. So I guess, I think you've met a few of them already, didn't you, this year? But I mean, I think Tyreek Hill was one of the guys you didn't meet last year.
Yeah,
is that right?
I know.
Yeah. Well, next year, hey, he's got a season under his belt by then. Just in terms of that, I mean, you got the home race Miami. This place is obviously special for you for that reason. What do you think Vegas is going to be like? Did you even think a few years ago you'd ever get a chance to race in Vegas? Because it's a crazy idea.
Definitely not, but it sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
It's hard to even imagine it, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it is.
I think, man, I don't even know. I think it's going to be insane, though. I think everyone's going to be buzzing for it. It's going to be an amazing weekend.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's going to be a lot of parties going on.
I think you're right. And I know you now live over in the UK, but you've got a lot of friends based over here. Have you been able to see through them just how F1 has grown over here? Because the fact we've got 3 races is kind of testament to that. How have you seen that develop with them?
Oh, it's developed massively. 3-4 years ago, not a question about F1, not a question about the sport, and now it's every other question. And it's really good to see. It's brought a lot of my younger, my age friends into the sport, but as well as friends through my parents. They're all very interested in what's going on as well. So you can clearly see the difference it's made, and that's always a massive positive.
Yeah, and I think that's probably the coolest thing that you've seen is that shift of demographics towards a much younger audience. How are you prepped for being, I guess, a star of the Drive to Survive era? Because that now is kind of part and parcel of being a Formula 1 driver. You step into that kind of bubble and you become a star in your own right, I guess, away from the race car.
It's interesting, isn't it? Because we're good at driving race cars, but not really acting. No, I guess I guess it's going to be a surreal moment to see myself on TV, but no, it'll be cool.
And just, I want to talk a little bit about how you got to this moment, because you moved to Europe in 2009, I think. 2008, you were pretty young when you did that, and that was to pursue this racing pyramid. Just talk about some of the sacrifices made to do that, because as a young kid, that's a difficult step to make, to see that the end goal is Formula One and to leave home and cross an ocean to try and get to Formula One.
No, yeah, I think it was a massive sacrifice. It was a lot of commitment, but I feel like if I didn't make that jump early, I probably wouldn't be standing here today. And it's something I'm proud that I was able to do that young, and full credit to my family. They supported me the whole way through, and they initially did move with me.
Right.
So that shows the commitment from the whole family, and it was difficult, but in the end of the day, I told myself it's going to be worth it. It's going to be worth it, and here we are.
Glad they moved with you. If you'd gone on your own, it's a bit like Home Alone 2, Macaulay Culkin. You're on a plane on your own going to a different country. But I know now you live over in the UK. How often do you actually get to come back here to the States? Obviously, you've got 3 good chances to do that next year, but I know you're a Florida kid. You love to go boating and fishing in the Florida Keys. How often do you get back to go and do that?
Not enough.
Really? Well, here you go. You got perfect chance now.
Exactly. Now, I'm lucky if I get home for a total of 2 months a year. It's been especially this year, it's been a fully packed calendar, and not a lot of time to do much else other than drive.
Yeah.
So, but no, it's okay. Busy is good.
And these next few weeks, obviously key to Abu Dhabi. How do you stay focused? How do you stay motivated? I mean, motivated, I guess, is easy knowing what is on the line, but how do you stay focused on doing what you have to do in that final F2 race to get this seat?
As you said, I'm extremely motivated. I have obviously Mexico to look forward to. That keeps me sharp. That's, being in a race car is always beneficial to staying active. And I think just a lot of work with both Williams and Carlin on, the simulator side, just really prep and be as well prepared as we possibly can be.
And just finally, just on Williams, a lot of American racing fans will know Williams from Villeneuve, Montoya going over from the States to there. Just how important have they been for your development to getting to this point and giving you this opportunity?
They've been crucial. I just feel like, they've really made me feel like I'm part of the family, and that was from the moment I joined the team last year, and they've just supported me, and they've tried to give me absolutely every single piece of the puzzle to be the best driver and person that I could be, and to ultimately have the most success and chance of reaching Formula One.
And how much do you know about Alex at this point? You'll potentially be his teammate next season. He's obviously one of the guys that's kind of, really highly rated in Formula One and since his junior career. What do you think it's going to be like working with him in 23?
Well, I've already, got to know him quite well throughout this season, and he's a great guy. He's super open to trying to help me understand the Formula One car better, and the feedback, and just listening to everything he does. And I'd say he's a super good teammate to have, and not everyone's like that. So it would be a pleasure.
Nice one. Well, Logan, again, congratulations. Obviously, you got to do in Abu Dhabi, so good luck with that, and I guess we'll be seeing you next year.
Thank you.
Nice one. Thanks, man.